Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Fiorentina Career Mode. Today we are going with episode number 62, and we do start with a game against Inter Milan away from home at the San Siro. We are currently still won every single game. We have 30 out of a possible 30 points, and we are currently 10 points clear at the top of the table, which is ridiculous. Now, something to note with Inter Milan's lineup is they have Bernie in goal, who is a glitched keeper, and if you watch Doc Landers, who is a fellow Career Mode YouTuber, in his Torino save, Bernie was 87 rated after 3 seasons, so he potentially could be that sort of rating now. Obviously we are technically in the 4th season, but we've only played 3, so he could be easily 87 or upwards in rating, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Really quite worrying actually that he is in between the sticks for Inter Milan. But Inter Milan in recent years, as you guys know in real life, are not really the same team they used to be, and that is a good thing because we do want to continue this win streak on today, if at all possible. And we did start off okay here. We weren't playing the best of football. We do get here with Hesse, whips a lovely ball in with the outside of his foot, and unlucky for Zardes not to put that into the back of the net. We did rest Oxlade-Chamberlain this game. He's been doing really well for us recently, but obviously because he's been doing so well for us, he has lost quite a lot of stamina, so we wanted to recharge his batteries and get him playing in the next game, which is a really big game in the Champions League against Feyenoord. But look at this from Loic Remy, just absolute pace abuse all the way through their defence, and he does actually pick himself up another goal in Serie A. I believe that is his 11th goal of the season so far, and we're not even into November yet, which is just absolutely ridiculous. This is the last game of October. We are nearing the January transfer window now. If you guys have any suggestions for players that I should try and sign in January, then do let me know. Obviously we're not going to be able to sign anyone too crazy because we don't have any money right now, so as long as we get through the Champions League qualifying rounds, then we should have about 10 or so million pounds to play with in the January transfer window. But you can see Inter Milan did equalise it back up there. We lift the ball over into Zardes. He runs from goal, sweats it across to Loic Remy, and Loic Remy finishes it very nicely to pick himself up his 2nd goal of the game. Is he going to be en route for a hat-trick? Remy has honestly been incredible this season. Will he be able to top the record, I think 43 goals set by Giuseppe Rossi in the 1st season of Fiorentina Career Mode? Not too sure if he can do it this season. We'll find out as obviously the episodes go on, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. This is obviously the 4th and final episode of the weekend. We've worked really hard this weekend yet again to get as many episodes up as possible. Obviously I know these videos aren't going to do as well due to the fact FIFA 15 is coming to an end, and you know a lot of you are more interested in FIFA 16, but we are still going to continue and finish this series as I promised. But Zardes, apologies, comes through there, and that is a very, very good goal from the young 73 rated American. A very, very nice goal. I don't actually know if he is American. That's kind of embarrassing. I don't think he is, but a very nice strike. You can see that I did not expect him to hit that and get it in, and Bernie really should be saving that at his near post. You can see it was quite high, but it almost hit the bar, to be fair. It was a very awkward volley. I've never scored a goal like that this year, and it was a very nice goal indeed, and we do put ourselves 3-1 in the lead against Inter Milan, which was just an absolutely fantastic result. And for some reason I keep wanting to say AC Milan, but this is indeed Inter Milan. Hesse comes in here with a strike and does very well. And obviously Hesse being one of the cult heroes of the series thus far. And I feel like I'm saying obviously way too much recently, but Kondogbia hits it, and that is a stunning strike from the CDM, well, a young CDM as well. He's now an 80 rated, obviously filling in, said obviously again, he is filling in for Freddie Guarin because Guarin is out with that injury. I think it was like a broken ankle or something, the same as I am Robin for 3 months. So unfortunately Robin and Guarin are not available at the moment, but Kondogbia doing very well in replacement of Guarin, and we do pick up a 4-1 win at the San Siro and walk away with all 3 points, which is fantastic. You can see Hellas Verona actually beat AC Milan, which is quite a good result as well, especially for us trying to maintain our lead at the top of the table. We do switch over to some Champions League football at home against Feyenoord. Now our Champions League group so far, we've lost a game and we've drawn 2, so halfway through the group and it's not looking good. We are dead bottom of the table with 2 points. If we win this game, it will put us up into potentially 2nd if Zenit lose their game against Hoffenheim, and then obviously we have to play Hoffenheim and Zenit again, and we really need to get a win at least against one of them. So it is a very tense kind of end to this group stage. I'm worried where we're actually going to end up, because if we don't qualify, we could potentially lose our job. You know, I'm not too sure how the board will take us getting knocked out of the Champions League in the group stage. But this is a game to prove that we can beat the teams in our group. We should really be top of the table by now. I'm disappointed to even have lost a single game. You know, I looked at this group and thought we could pretty much win every single game. You know, there's no reason why we can't with the team we've got. And you can see one of their players actually gets injured after the first corner of the game, which is quite funny. But we started this game off okay against Feyenoord. In the previous game we played, I think we ended up drawing like 2-2 with them, which was a little bit of a disappointment, but we should better beat the Dutch team today. And Oxlade starts us off very well with a lovely volley. Oxlade-Chamberlain has proven to be an absolutely fantastic buy since coming in January. Obviously, he came in as a replacement for kind of Kuma Babacar, who is on the bench right now. I prefer Oxlade. He is actually a really nice striker as well. A lot of people probably question my incentive to play him as a striker, but he is great. He's also a backup right wing and left winger for us, so he's just been an awesome rotation player for us. And now that Iron Robin is out with that broken ankle, we are playing Oxlade up front alongside Loic Remy. Obviously they both have played in the Premier League, so they should know each other fairly well, and they seem to be getting on quite well, and the chemistry between Remy and Oxlade seems to be there, which is good as well. And we do end up going 1-0 up, but they were playing some fantastic football here. You can see Toonstra back out to Vilhena, who we used in the Hertha series, and he passes it back to Toonstra, and Toonstra does score a nice goal there. We move on. Oxlade manages to take 2 people out with a Berba spin. Don't know how he did that. A stunning strike from the Ox to put us 2-1 in front and get our lead back. And look at that. I mean, how on earth did he manage to take out, well, technically 3 players with 1 Berba spin? That is absolutely crazy stuff from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Never would have imagined that. We do take off. Who do we take off? We took off Benedict Hoedes, sorry, and brung on Daniel Rugani, who hasn't really done too well since coming in the summer. You know, we brought him in as kind of a backup because Gonzalo Rodriguez, I believe it was, retired at the end of last season, and he hasn't grown a single overall point yet. So I think he is another glitch player, which is really disappointing. Something that's kind of frustrated me this year with FIFA 15 is a lot of our players just aren't growing, and Daniel Rugani seems to be one of them, which is a real disappointment, as does Hakan Çalhanoğlu. He just hasn't improved very much since coming in, and it's a little bit of a disappointment because he should be at this point maybe an 84 overall, but he's still sitting at 82, which is a big disappointment. Unfortunately, not everyone seems to be growing as well, and I really do hope next year at least that is fixed. We do walk away with a 2-1 win against Feyenoord, and you can see unfortunately Zenit beat Hoffenheim, which means we are now 3rd in the Champions League table, and we do see our youth squad scout report thingy update, and we also do take out Robin and Zokotic for the national squad selection. I won't be playing the friendlies in the next episode, I'll be simming them, but we still had to submit our squad for the national squad deadline day. And you can see these players here weren't looking too promising, so we do end up rejecting all of them. We did lose out on one, but he didn't look too good either. And you can see, so far we have won 11 games on the trot in the league, 33 out of a possible 33 points, which is absolutely crazy record for us to be holding. Hopefully that can continue. I don't know how long. I think until January we could potentially keep this record up, because the games we have coming up aren't the most difficult, and I would be expecting to get a win in all of them. The most notable teams we have are Torino, so hopefully we can beat Torino in, I think it's the next episode actually. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed, if we can smash over 7 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the channel for daily FIFA content, and I'll speak to you guys in the next episode very soon.